You know what causes anxiety, worry, stress? A sense of chaos, disorganization, a sense of being out of control. You can't control enough of the variables in your life. Everything is controlling you. That is stressful. When everything is chaotic and disorganized and out of control and just barking loudly at you, that chaos is called stress. It always induces stress. It always induces anxiety. It always causes that. And so in any area of our life that we want to lower our stress, increase our peace, we have to create order out of chaos. I can remember something as simple as when I was a little redneck kid, we're running in and out of the house and, fanning the door, letting all the air conditioning out in the middle of summer. It's hotter than blazes. And kids are running in, screaming out, little boys running in, screaming out, all the neighbors, me, everybody else, my sister running around screaming, everybody screaming. It was chaos. And I remember my mother, she was pretty patient for a long time, but eventually she would say, "That's it! I've had it! The worm has turned!" Now, we didn't even know what that meant, except that the beatings were getting ready to begin. So, turns out the worm has turned to Shakespeare. Who knew Mom knew Shakespeare? But, and right after that, the chaos, she would exert her will over the chaotic mess and bring order to it. And that was that you were going to straighten up and fly right. You ever heard your mama say something like that? You got to straighten up and fly right. Or go get out of here. Go play in the traffic. Something like that, right? We're going to get this house cleaned. We're going to get some order to this chaos, and then our stress level comes down. Does that make sense? I mean, if you've got a chaotic mess and things, and there's no order to it, and I'm not a complete organizational freak. I'm a little bit OCD, more than a little bit probably, but I get tremendous peace from things being in order. And I have to exert my will to things don't naturally move from chaos to order. That's an act of force. You have to force that to happen. How do you get order in your money? First step is getting a budget. Telling your money what to do instead of wondering where it went. It's flying off everywhere. You got no idea where it went. All the money comes in, all the money goes out. I just worked another month. I'm another month older. I feel like a rat in a wheel. There's no sense of traction. There's no sense of, we can't even get the bills paid. We got too much month left at the end of the money. And you have to exert your will over that chaos and make it get in control. You have to create change and order out of the chaos. And order out of chaos is not a natural function. It's a function that is an act of your will, your emotions, your spirit, your intellect. You have to force order to come from chaos. It does not naturally come from chaos. Order is not a natural state. Chaos is a natural state. And so you have to force order into your life. When you do, in the area of money, that's called, people say things like, I was empowered. Yes, you were empowered. You took power over the mess. And you said, that's it. The worm has turned. You people are going to straighten up and fly right. And you're talking to your Benjamins, right? Benjamin Franklin, you're going to straighten up here and fly right. You're going to do what I tell you to do. I work too hard for you. And you're not going to just leave and I don't know where you went. And that's you talking to your money. You have to impose your will and cause order to come out of chaos. And it's not a natural state. This is why most people do not win with money. Why most people work their whole lives and in many cases make really decent money and have absolutely nothing to show for it. Because they took the path of least resistance and chaos ruled their life. They always had anxiety and worry and stress around the subject of money. And instead of going, that's it, the worm has turned. I've had it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. You Uncle Benjamin Franklin's, you $100 bills are going to line up and fly right. You're going to straighten up and fly right. And you're going to get on to budgeting. Well, everybody's got an excuse for budgeting, you know? I've heard them all. You know what? They're a bunch of bull. I don't want to hear your stinking excuses. You're living and you're not winning. So you have to try something different. Try it my way for 90 days. If I'm wrong, you can go back to your way, right? Doesn't cost you anything. Get on a budget. You can get on a budget on a yellow pad. Get out right at the top of the page what you make this month. And then spend those dollars right down the page. So much on food, so much on lights and water, so much on house, so much going into savings, so much going on my debt. And give every one of those dollars an assignment on a yellow pad if you want. You can put it into a little spreadsheet on Excel if you wanted to. You want to do it real simple? Jump on the Every Dollar Budget app. It's free. It takes about 10 minutes to get your Every Dollar Budget app going. And so there's just no excuse for this. And what's weird is that we human beings, we're a little bit psycho, all of us. We would rather sit in the middle of stress and chaos than get up off of our assumptions and go change our life by doing a budget. You know, argue with me about, I don't think a budget is a good idea. And there you sit, stressed out, broke, in your poop, and, you know, the only thing you're sure of is it's warm, it smells good, and it smells bad, and it's yours. Get up out of it and go change some stuff. Now. It's not going to change until you change it. The Democrats aren't going to change it. The Republicans aren't going to change it. The lefties aren't going to change it. The righties aren't going to change it. No one is coming. The cavalry is not coming. You are the answer. You are the special sauce. You will cause order to come out of chaos, and until you do, you're going to have stress. And you're going to have inefficient use of the money, and you're going to feel like you work so hard and can't figure out why you get no traction. You have to have a plan. Winning is an intentional act. No one accidentally wins. When the Super Bowl is over Sunday, they will not interview one of the players on the field. They will not walk out there and say, so what happened? He'll go, I don't know. I just got off the bus and it just happened. No, winning is an intentional act. He didn't accidentally end up there, didn't accidentally end up in the top 1/1% of athletes in the world playing a game that hinges on nanoseconds. He didn't accidentally end up on that field. He didn't accidentally end up in that level of physical condition. He didn't accidentally become the best in the world. Winning is an intentional act. And the same is true with something as simple as making your freaking paycheck behave. No more excuses. Every dollar is free. You got a yellow pad in the drawer right there. Pull it out. Most of you got Excel built into your stinking computer. There's no excuse. Jump on there, get the Every Dollar app loaded. Takes 10 minutes. We're the best in the world at showing you how to do this. I'm going to make it as easy as I can, but making order out of chaos is never an easy task. But it's always worth it. Taking your marriage relationship, which is falling apart, and bringing order to it. By imposing your will on the situation, changing the way you treat each other, so that your marriage prospers and survives, is an intentional act. Causing your kids to behave is an intentional act that some of you need to engage in. Making your money behave is an intentional act. You're bringing order out of chaos. Check this Every Dollar stuff out, folks. It absolutely works. If you don't use our stuff, I don't care. Use a yellow pad. But today's your day. The worm has turned.